This is the All Things Nerd Podcast, Season 4, Episode 12. I got the number right, unlike last week. I wasn't here to put up the right number. We're all on lockdown, so we looked for things to talk about. And this week, you're getting to know some of the cast because they had birthdays, as well as we're going to play a game of What a Twist. And we found some nerd news that's not 100% coronavirus related. So with that, here's the intro. Hello to all the Geek Enthusiasts and Nerd Aficionados. This is Mest 5150 welcoming you back to the All Things Nerd Podcast. This is Season 4, Episode 12. We're back to talk to you guys because there's nowhere else we can go. We're all locked into our rooms on quarantine. We're definitely staying at least 6 feet away from each other as people are in different states on this cast. I am your host, Mest 5150, and as we always like to start out this show, we start out with a little thing called Get Your Geek On.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Getting your geek on is the odd things, the weird things, the things that we've been doing to keep our nerdy fancy going, to keep ourselves going. I'm assuming everybody's going to be doing binging right now, but I'm not going to start because I got a little bit of a long one to talk about. But I'm going to let Icy Zoro go. What have you been geeking out on lately, Icy?
Let's see. What have I binged? Altered Carbon Season 2. Can't remember if we talked about that last week or not. But this week, I finally watched the final season of Mr. Robot. And that last episode made me want to rewatch the entire series. It was fantastic writing. Also, I recently started playing Call of Duty again. So kind of fun that it's all cross-platform now. It's weird having some of the old Modern Warfare levels, but just way better graphics and gameplay now.
So is Mr. Robot over then?
Yeah, Mr. Robot ended, I want to say, nearly a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
just hadn't gotten around to it yet. And now we all have a lot of time on our hands. So.
What about you, Masonic? What have you been geeking out on?
You know what? I have not been binging much. I've been actually playing Fortnite like a dog. Going on there and killing all those 12 years olds and talking smack to them. Not really, no, not talking smack to them. Yeah, that's about it. And I'm showing you my educated smart guy look with the glasses and what I'm going to look like in about 3 weeks when I come out of quarantine.
Ruru2 joins us in the chat room with a nerd. What have you been nerding out on, Ruru? On the chat room.
Only you're going to be somehow even paler.
Jack Malice is nerding out on an edit of our new upcoming cast. It's a Play It cast where they're playing D&D, I believe it is, and he's working on that. I think he's got 4 hours of material to cut down, and then he's going to send it over to me, and I'm going to do my little things to it. So
when did this happen? I'd like to be on that next time.
It's something else that they're doing separate. I'm not part of it, but I'm just helping cut it together when they send it to me. So I have no idea.
Word, homie.
Also joining us on the cast, we have a bearded master. How are you, sir? What have you been geeking out on?
I am doing well as can be. I've actually just been catching. I haven't really been geeking out much. I've been just watching a bunch of old stuff, movies, and catching up on movies that are out on digital now. Jumanji, Star Wars, a couple other things, Knives Out. But I've actually been all day today. I was playing what's that? Fall of the Jedi? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the newest one.
Yeah, been playing that. Played that most of the day. That's why I was a little late to getting on to logging in. I was playing that for the most of the afternoon today, so enjoying that.
Nice,
awesome game. What level are you on?
Dude, I just started. I'm only a couple hours in. Not even a couple hours in. I just got through the vault. Like I literally just started.
Oh, it's a good game. It's a fun game. I like it a lot.
Dude, when you're able
Cameron Monaghan is the guy who's playing Cal. I was like, that's awesome. Looks just like him. It sounds just like him.
When it gives you the option to go to the next planet, choose Dathomir first.
Okay. I just got that opened up. So.
And they said this is going to be canon. So things that happen in the game actually will be part of series in the future. I don't know if that's going to change. That was before all the,
the end of the world
stuff.
Well, people bowing out of doing Star Wars trilogies and things like that. So, lastly, on the cast, we have Nick or Raider joining us. What have you been geeking out on?
I've been geeking out on television shows, man. So first off, I don't know if y'all are huge fans like I am, but Better Call Saul, it's like one of my favorite shows. I would say it's probably in my at least top 5 shows of all time. I really love it. So geeking out on that, as well as first episode of Westworld. I watched that.
I'm rewatching the whole Westworld series because since it had been a year break between when I went back to watch the first episode, I was like, I don't remember a lot of things.
Season 2 is so confusing.
Yeah,
it is.
And Better Call Saul, we know how much you love Better Call Saul because we got angry texting from you or slightly lukewarm texting when we were talking about it getting delayed a year on last season's shows. So,
you know what? I'm gonna add something to my geeking out on. I'm geeking out on Raiders Johnny Bravo haircut going on there.
So, my geek out, you guys, if you watched the podcast last week, you heard a little bit of it from at the beginning of the cast from Masonic Vader. But it has been, I am now a father because a baby was born. And that's why I wanted to go last on this is it's a little bit of a more for people out there that when you get bad news, like if you're expecting a child and the doctors tell you all the worst possible things that could be happening, I just want to give people the understanding to not give up hope. We went through a world of turmoil. We were told that our baby may not even survive being born, that he would be missing half his brain, that he had a tumor on his brain, that all the most worst possible things that could happen. And he was born March 7th, and he went through a whirlwind, a week in the NICU, and had a little bit of brain surgery because he had hydrocephalus. But he's perfect. There's nothing wrong with him. He's has no issues. He's still going to be touch and go over things we got to check out. But when you get the worst of news and you expect the worst is going to happen and something that's amazing comes out and works in that favor, I just want to let people know that don't give up hope whenever you're given something like that. Really, really reach out to friends, talk to people, look on the bright side because the bright side could be there and it could be coming. And once it comes, it's amazing. And that's really what my geek out has been this entire last week is raising this new little boy, to the point that going along with the geek out, I came across a wonderful channel on YouTube and on Spotify that is called Rockabye Baby. And it is literally a station that takes everything you can think of and turns them into lullabies. Metallica lullabies, Hamilton lullabies. It's awesome. It's awesome to listen to. So that has been my big geek out. You guys should check that out. So, yeah, that's it. Sorry, didn't mean to give the negativity. But yeah, I'm super, super happy. Peteopolis joins us in the chat room. Awesome news, Mest. Thank you. So,
not negative, dude. That's just solid as a rock, bro. Welcome to dadhood.
Oh, I'm super, super excited. It's just we were in such a bad place that I really want to. I wish I could talk to more people that are going through the situation that I went through and let them know that there's light at the end of the tunnel and to look for the good. Because you just don't know until it's given to you.
We're gonna relive this conversation in a year though, because you're not totally right. Because if he looks like you, he's got problems. If he looks like his mom, he's okay.
He looks like me. Apparently, according to everybody. So,
oh man,
yeah, exactly. But moving on, that's what we've been geeking out on. Let's get into the show. Let's get into the things that we're going to talk about on tonight's show. We were trying to come up with things to have a little bit of fun with, and 3 of the fine gentlemen on this cast had birthdays over the last week, I think.
Something like that.
So whenever we have a birthday past, we figure, hey, why don't you get to know the Malice casters? Well, let's start off with the getting to know Masonic Vader.
Getting to know
Masonic Vader.
Getting to know all about
Masonic Vader. Masonic, You're going to give us 2 truths and a lie, and we're going to guess which one is the lie about you. So take it away, sir.
All right. So we'll start off with some easy stuff. We'll start off with the wrestlers that I've met in my life. As you know, we've done the other show. It's Malice Smack Talk, which we'll do sooner or later again. But during my time in life, I have met more than 3 wrestlers, but I just picked 3. The 3 wrestlers that I put on here, I have met Al Snow, Eddie Guerrero, and John Cena.
How did you meet John Cena?
One of those people I have not met.
How would you know? You can't see.
Yeah.
Al Snow, Eddie Guerrero, and John Cena. Which one haven't I met?
John Cena.
I see.
Eddie.
What about
I so
you?
hope you met Eddie.
What about you, Nick?
I'm gonna go with Cena.
I'm gonna say Snow, which is probably the
Well,
easiest.
Mest, did you not see the thing he posted the other day?
No,
No,
he
I
did not. I gave him an
No.
easy one. So you are correct, Bearded Master. I have not met John Cena.
How
And
do
Nick
you
did as
know?
well.
You may have.
No, I have not met him. I did meet. It was kind of cool. I did meet Al Snow and Eddie Guerrero through the gyms, and it was really cool meeting both of those guys individually.
Did you get a picture of Head?
I did not, but I got a couple autographs with Head in one of them, so it's all good.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, so there's some wrestlers I met. Now, let's see here. States that I have lived in. All right, I'm going to say 3 states. One of them I have not lived in. Nebraska, Pennsylvania, or Texas.
Mm,
Mm,
go for it.
I'm gonna say Texas.
Bearded
I'm saying Pennsylvania.
and Nick.
I want to say Texas as well because this would have come up at some point in time.
I'm going Cornhuskers, Nebraska.
Nick and was it IC are right? They picked Texas, right? Yeah,
Yes,
I went to college in Nebraska for 5 years, and I played arena football in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
5 years.
5 years in Nebraska, 6 months in Pennsylvania.
Oh, he
That's a lot
did
of
the
rain.
victory lap.
Yeah,
A lot of people go to college for 7 years, Richard. Yeah.
Yeah, they're called doctors.
yeah.
What's your last?
I was on path to actually get out in 4, but I did mess up my knee, and so 1 year I was pretty much drugged up and drooling everywhere. Anyways, all right,
That's just
tried to
called
ban
college,
Wilder.
bro.
yeah. Last one. Here we go. Extracurricular activities that I have participated or
Careful with
awards
this
or
one.
whatever you want to call it. All right, so let's see here. I was all CIF in baseball. I placed 2nd in San Diego in shot put the only year I threw. And I was in the all county honor band.
Ooh.
I'm saying no to baseball.
What were those again?
All CIF in baseball, placed 2nd in shot put in San Diego in the only year I threw it, and all county honor band.
I'm saying shot put.
I'm gonna go shot put as well. What about you, Nick?
Baseball.
I see, and Nick know me too well. I did not participate in CIF baseball. Through
It
shot
looks
put
like
one.
you could do a shot put.
Yeah, I only did
Yeah,
1
for
year.
sure.
And yeah, all county honor band. I played 5 instruments.
Oh, we all figured you were a band geek.
Thank you.
Nobody gets. I can picture you walking around with bagpipes.
Nope. No, that was for my other friends. No, I was a baritone, tuba, trombone, and trombone and trumpet.
And Pete Oplis says he's always ready to party with the Bearded Master. And Tiami joins us in the chat rooms with hi friend. Hello, Tiami. So yeah, that's getting to know Masonic Vader. Some little things that you can tell I didn't know about Masonic because I guessed wrong on every single one of those.
Thought you were my friend,
I
man.
think I've known you the longest of the people.
The freaking guy in Texas got them all right, but not you, sir. Not you.
Moving on to another getting to know Bearded Master. Let's get to know you.
Getting to know,
A Bearded Master.
getting to know all all about.
A bearded master.
All right, so I'll start the first one. Favorite movie is Tombstone. I've read the Harry Potter books all the way through 3 times, and I watch a minimum of 15 hours of wrestling a week.
Well, number 3 is by default a lie now because that's no longer available.
Why isn't it?
It is.
They're still showing live shows. They're empty arenas, but they're still
WWE
live.
That's just a bad decision. Yeah.
Man, that's because I know you like to.
I'm going to say B. I'm going to say B, the second one.
Yeah, I'm going to agree because you're a little specific with the all the way through 3 times.
That's the only thing I'm leaning on is the Harry Potter because I think he's read it like 5 or 6 times at least, all the way through.
Well, that would be correct. 'Cause it's
Or
been 4
possibly
times.
2.5.
It's been 4 times. It's been 4 times.
He's playing us.
It's
I'm
been
like,
4.
it can't be three truths.
Second set. Let's see. I bull rode in college. My favorite Batman movie is Batman '89, and Ric Flair is my all-time favorite wrestler.
What do you got on that, Nick?
Ooh.
So you're saying that your all-time favorite Batman movie is Michael Keaton's the first Batman,
Yes,
1989.
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with that one because Christopher Nolan's are the best. So come on, I want to go with that one.
I'm going to agree, and for the same reason. Keaton is number 2.
But you, Masonic.
What was the first one again, Marty?
Bull rode in college.
See, I believe
that. Why? But I think the Ric Flair one is wrong. But
that's where I would go is Ric Flair.
No, I'm gonna go Ric Flair.
Damn you, Piopolis. Yeah, Masonic Vader. I would hope you'd get that right. I mean, we only did a show for a year and a half. Actually, Christopher Nolan's Batman series was fantastic. I love it. But the first Batman was the first one that hooked me, and I love it. And no matter what, it'll always be the best.
Soundtrack by Prince, Hard Not to Love.
I mean, can't go wrong.
Yes.
And HJC Grok agrees with you with an 89 Batman heart.
Yeah, because when it comes down to the one that's actual lie is going to be Ric Flair be my favorite. I can't stand Ric Flair. I think he's overrated. How are you doing, Piopolis? Glad you're here tonight.
I think I've heard that before.
Piopolis is about to unsubscribe and log out of our chat room right now, so I do apologize.
No, Pete, the views and opinions of this cast are not only bearded masters.
Last one.
Piopolis also says that you loved CM Punk, so.
Piopolis is no longer a fan, and welcome to our chat room. Pete, go back to Chicago. Aren't you on lockdown from everything in Chicago right now? Like even internet service? Like just go back home.
We appreciate you being here.
I love you, Pete. Last one. Favorite board game is Monopoly. I've had 2,000 pigs at one time, and I've been to a Taylor Swift concert.
Monopoly.
Yeah, I'm going Monopoly too. The other ones just sound
Clue is better.
Monopoly.
I'm gonna say pigs.
Well, I did grow up on a hog farm, so
I know
that is correct. That is correct. Between newborns,
I already know number
adults.
3 is right.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Monopoly is not my favorite one. I actually like Scrabble better.
Nice.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, he was screaming like a little girl at that concert too, man. Let me tell you,
right
that's
it
what I
was.
heard.
That's right.
HJC,
Fantastic, all right.
HJC Grok has figured you out. She said Monopoly. He has a tell when he lies. She figured you out already.
Oh,
Yes.
what?
Please let us know the tell so I can play poker with the bearded master.
Yeah,
It's
right?
different with poker. It's totally
He's
different.
already
with poker.
given his 3 sets of questions. We can know.
Lastly, let's get to know a little bit about Nick.
Getting to know all about.
Nick. What are your 2 truths and lies, Nick?
All right, I want to start off one that's just all sports related. I was a state champion in football. I hit it in the park home run, and I could dunk a basketball.
Wait, how tall is the?
Yeah. What
Talking about a little
regulation
Jordan
height?
Jammer.
If it's a toddler one, I can dunk a basketball. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. I see.
The white Muggsy Bogues? No, you can't.
So he's saying no dunk. What about
No,
you,
no to the dunking. Yeah.
Masonic?
What was the first one again, sir?
First one, a state champion in football. I hit an in the park home run, and I could dunk a basketball.
Yeah, I'll go with the third one.
You might be taller than Nate Robinson, but I don't think you're dunking.
I guess it's. See, I want to say the in the park home run.
It's
That
dunk
is
a
one of the most
basketball.
difficult
Yeah,
things.
I figured. I just want to be different.
You can't trust
But-
that hair.
But I could grab the rim and I could do a miniature basketball. Could never do a regulation basketball.
Okay. Nice. What else you got?
Two of my three favorite movies of all time. Okay, so the two truths and a lie. So one of them is
Okay.
going to be not one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
Godfather Part 2, Gladiator, or The Goonies.
Ooh,
I'm going with Godfather 2 on this one.
that's such a great movie, though.
I mean, it is, but Gladiator is a fantastic movie. And Goonies, man, Baby Ruth.
I'll say Godfather as
Rocky
well.
Road.
So you're saying The Godfather Part 2 is
That's
not
me.
my
That's
is a lie?
that's me. But what about
Yeah.
IC and Masonic?
I'm going Goonies because I think you just made that up on the spot. It took you a minute to think of it.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat, dude. I see him liking the other two.
Everybody
Okay.
went?
Yeah.
It's actually Godfather Part 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Why?
I love the movie, but it's not one of my two favorite movies of all time.
because it was
It's
not
number
part
4.
one.
So I grew up absolutely loving The Goonies, and just from watching it as a kid, I just have a soft spot for it. And even though I love The Godfather Part 2, and it's definitely in my top 5, those Gladiator and The Goonies are like two of my favorite movies of all time.
I just watched Goonies a couple nights ago.
Big Goonies fan.
I
And
love
for all those
Goonies, man.
watching right now, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained by this?
Love that movie.
And then everybody left. No. Okay.
You can still watch Goonies because they never die.
Exactly. What's your last?
Ah.
What's your last one, Nick?
Last one. I excelled in many subjects. These are the subjects I was best at: history, chemistry, English.
I'm going chemistry.
Ooh. Yeah, I feel like chemistry is the odd one out.
Okay.
The other two
Yeah.
are humanities, and that one's the science. I'm going chemistry as well.
'Cause I know you love history. Sonic.
Hmm. Damn it! It's one of those ones. You know, I'm gonna go English. Going English. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can love history, but you don't have to like English.
Bearded. What he excelled at?
Man, I think I'm leaning towards chemistry.
It's chemistry that I didn't excel at.
Okay.
Come on, man! You weren't part of the 4-H. Weren't they teaching chemistry in the 4-H? What's going on?
Now, I like chemistry, but I didn't excel on it. I was basically probably like a C+ student in chemistry.
Yeah.
Didn't
See,
excel.
I know you love history, so I figured you were.
In English, I excelled at as well.
Quick,
Well,
name the valence shells.
Name the what?
The valence electron shells. How many in each? Never mind.
He said he didn't excel at chemistry.
I didn't excel at chemistry. I just
fair.
told you I was a C+
I was
student.
just checking to make sure he wasn't lying about lying.
Okay, so that's getting to know a little bit about Masonic Vader, the Bearded Master, and Nick, or Raider, as I just can't do it. I can't call you Raider. So
Everyone's got a nickname.
I
Go
know.
with it.
But that's what's so funny is everybody's got a nickname, and then there's Nick. You got
I mean, your kid's nickname's now gonna be Baby Yoda.
Well, that would make sense because I was called Yoda as a baby as well. So
Well, there you go. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah, so I came out late, so I was wrinkly and had pointy ears. So they called me Yoda. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. It is What a Twist, St. Patrick's Day edition.
Twist and shout. Let's do the twist.
It's a twister! It's a twister!
What a twist!
What a Twist is when I go and I take movie plots and switch them around into being a holiday themed movie. So it goes towards the holiday that we either just passed or coming up to. St. Patrick's Day we had just passed. So I threw together a couple of these and I did it very quickly and in short time, like 20 minutes before doing the show. So I apologize if they're not as good as the last ones. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give each one of these people a plot, and if they can't get it, then I'll give them the quote that came from the movie, and they can tell me if they know what it was or what it isn't.
We were so bad for Valentine's Day. Oh,
I was listening to you guys on the lift on the way home from the airport, and I was like, "Come on, these are easy." So let's see if I just totally screw up tonight.
Okay, so first up, so I'm going left to right. I see Zorro. Former Bishop St. Patrick traverses the world in a race against time to stop a snake pandemic that is toppling armies and governments and threatens to destroy humanity itself.
I mean, that could be like 19 different movies. Give me a quote.
You're letting people in? Every person we save is one less snake to fight. It's not an easy one, sorry.
Zombieland? No, not Zombie. I'm sorry. World War Z?
You got it. World War Z.
You're letting people in. Every human being we save is one less zombie to fight.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
because it's, yeah. Okay. So we'll just move straight on over to you, Bearded Master. So, doctors struggle to find a cure for gold obsession, spreading through a California town that was brought to America by a leprechaun.
Go ahead.
You want
Give
the
quote?
quote? Okay. Oh my God, it's our leprechaun friend. It's come back.
I have no idea.
Anybody else?
Outbreak?
That's what it is. It's Outbreak.
Really?
Oh my God, it's our African friend. It's back.
I was thinking Outbreak, but I'm like, no, that's California. That's
If you
one of
notice,
the-
there's a theme to these films.
Yeah. Right. Snake monkey.
Just recently came on Netflix.
Yeah, I just watched it on Netflix too. But I
wow.
don't remember them
Good
mentioning
movie.
California on there.
Masonic, we're gonna go to your movie. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. So a special military unit fights a powerful out-of-control brewmaster and hundreds of bar patrons that have mutated into Guinness-guzzling dart players after a brewery accident.
All right, give me the quote.
You're all going to get drunk and play darts down here.
Fuck, oh. The hell? Yeah, let's see here. I'll go with Expendables.
Nope. Anybody else have any guesses?
Trying to think of other Contagion movies. Is it Contagion?
Oh,
I haven't seen
yeah.
one
Was
yet.
it Shaun of the Dead then?
No.
All right, damn it. That would have been a cool one, though.
No, you said military unit.
It's Resident Evil.
You're all going to die down here.
Oh, yeah.
You know. 'Cause-
Yeah, I got that one mixed up with the 800 other movies that are like that. Damn it.
Well, come on. It's out of control brewmaster and hundreds of bar patrons that have mutated into Guinness guzzling dart players. This is my best written one, man.
It sounds like
Yeah.
It sounds like the Shaun of the Dead, man. That's what
No, it's he said elite military unit. That's absolutely Resident Evil. And I'm betting it's
Dude.
Michelle Rodriguez that had the quote.
No, you're all going to die down here. The robot, the computer.
Oh, Alice?
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that. Yep.
That's the biggest quote from that film. So, all right, last, Nick. In a future world devastated by green beer, a beer connoisseur is sent back to find out what caused this man-made concoction and wiped out the taste of good beer.
Quote.
There's no right, there's no green, there's only good brews.
Yeah, silence
There, so
works.
great.
Dead,
You don't
Dead
know?
air, my favorite thing on an audio medium.
I don't know.
You don't know? Anybody got a guess?
Terminator?
Nope.
What was the quote again?
There's no right, there's no green, there's only good brews.
Sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I can't figure that shit out.
Well, Gronk is giving a clue in the chat room.
Oh,
12 monkeys.
The 12 monkeys. Yeah.
I said it first. I said it first.
There's no right, there's no wrong, there's
very
only
good.
popular opinion.
There's no right, there's no wrong, there's only popular opinion.
Is the real quote. So yeah, that's 4 movies taken and switched into being St. Patrick's themed watchable films. So there's what a twist.
Felt like I'm doing everything possible not to be on the Cinco de Mayo episode.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show when we're 37 minutes in. The nerd news. So we tried to stay away from coronavirus stuff, but things did come in. I mean, let's get through the coronavirus one really quick.
It's almost like we couldn't get away from it.
Yeah. Let's get through the 2 coronavirus
It's like
ones.
we're stuck here or something, you know?
The first one, George R.R. Martin, because he is being quarantined, The Winds of Winter is coming, according to him, that he'll actually probably get it finished now.
Bullshit. When did the last one come out? Like 8 years ago?
9 years ago.
Yeah, it's like he's had plenty of time.
Well, no, he was never quarantined though. Now he's forced to sit down.
Yeah, no, he only had the promise of tens of millions of dollars if you ever finish the goddamn book. Sit down and write, old man.
Seriously, he's had 9 years. And now all of a sudden the book will come out in a month? Come on.
It's not like the guy is super mobile. I mean, look at him.
I'm pretty sure he's got a high-speed rascal somewhere.
No, he said he's not leaving his house. He's got a staff member doing all the crap for him.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Plenty of time to write.
At least he's quarantined. I mean, how bad would it be if he got it, passed away from it, and then we didn't get the book because of that?
We'd probably get the book finished after that much faster than if he were alive.
It's probably a good idea that he is quarantined. It's probably a good idea he is quarantined because technically he probably looks like that high percentage that wouldn't want to get the infection. So it's
his little message, he was like, I know, I've hit all the high risk categories. But if he's quarantined for like 2 or 3 weeks and finishes that goddamn book, somebody murder him, because that means he could have done that at any time in the last 9 years.
Well, here's the thing. We know he's getting close to it. I'm pretty sure he was pretty damn close to it already, but then the backlash from the last season happened. He's like, "Oh shit, I better rewrite this." So now I got to add 8 more months on here, and that's what's going to make it. So what's going to be best though is that this ends in a month from now, and the son of a bitch doesn't even finish the book yet. A month in quarantine, he still doesn't finish the book.
Either that or he figures out a way how he can fit hoarding toilet paper in there.
It's going to be Charmin toilet paper too, just like a Starbucks coffee cup.
Oh,
I see people. I see these authors. They put out like 2 books a year and good quality work, and I'm like, what the hell is going on with this guy? He just doesn't want to do it.
I mean, he's talking about it being like 900 pages. That's like 100 pages a year. You're telling me that you couldn't write more than 10 pages a month? Come on, man.
I mean, instead of stringing everyone along, couldn't he just be like, I'm burnt out on this. I just don't feel like doing it.
Here's the thing, though.
Stringing
he
us
said that
along.
he's going to finish the last book after this one still.
Here's the problem. He probably had all the pages written, but had to use them as toilet paper now because it's all.
You tell him he didn't have that shit backed up on the drive? Come on now.
He doesn't have a shower?
Typewriter. Remember, he uses an old typewriter. So, okay. The other coronavirus.
Somebody needs to go to his house with COVID-19 and be like, bro, finish the book or here it is. Just saying.
Can someone upgrade him from a typewriter to at least like a Commodore 64 or something, please? Come on.
Get him a speaking type and just type it out for him.
An Apple IIe at least with a dot matrix printer. Just get the
Okay.
I mean, shit. Auto dealerships still use that stupid type of printer. Maybe they can let them one. Shit.
You had to pull the little side tape off the sides.
Oh yeah. I see that every time when I'm watching. What is that? War Games. flash coding message, blah 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 blah. And it's like pulling it out, This message like super.
That was actually a focal
come
point
out.
of Goldberg's this week was the dot matrix printer. They were talking about that the entire time.
HJZ Grok says brother, so get him a brother typewriter or printer. I'm assuming she's talking about brother printer, the company.
Some.
I don't know. Okay, moving on to the other little quick coronavirus story. So we all know how TP is being hoarded and everybody's going out and buying toilet paper. Well, take that into the digital age because on Fallout 76, the players in the game are now hoarding toilet paper in the game and charging extra high amounts for the stuff because nobody wanted it before, but now everybody's chasing it. So I just thought it was a little interesting thing.
So I think I could speak as the only lone person on this entire cast who's actually played that game for any significant period of time. Have you?
Not for a significant period of time.
Yeah.
It's not great.
This is exactly the reason why I moved away from that fucking game because it is garbage.
Dude, you're playing Fortnite now. How much further away did you go?
I get more pleasure playing Fortnite than I do playing 76. 76 is all about freaking cash grab at this point. I can't stand the freaking game. It's garbage. It fell so far away from the Fallout series, and they're trying to do damage control. And now the news is that they're hoarding toilet paper and selling it. Wonderful. Wonderful.
I think it's absolutely awesome and hilarious.
I played about 6 hours of that game, and it was just hot garbage.
That's because you weren't running around trying to grab toilet paper to sell it.
I feel like if this was like GTA, people would be just running around just killing people just to steal their toilet paper.
See, now the other thing about this is if you never played the game, you have to understand you can't hoard all the TP because they only give you so much crap that you can put in your base. So literally, if you want to hoard the TP, you're going to put your box there, and you're just going to stack a bunch of TP everywhere, and someone's going to steal it from you anyway. It's stupid. Fucking game. I can't stand that shit. That game was the worst fucking money I spent ever. I would gladly turn that in for a roll of toilet paper right now.
I'm just happy I got it.
I'll take one ply.
My own money on it.
Yeah, I'll take one ply with a side of sandpaper. Fucking game.
Well, I think this might have been the best view and opinion I've ever heard come out of Masonic Vader's mouth, and that's in multiple shows with him.
I think Masonic Vader used the game disc and case as toilet paper.
I haven't gotten that far yet. I still have TP, and just in case, I do have this notepad here, a couple old socks somewhere, but that will be last resort because that's going to probably be the best way of using that game ever. And wiping my ass.
Pretty sure you got some wrestling T-shirts you can use too, my friend.
It's true. But in the chat room says TP is a hot commode, itty.
Dad joke right there.
I wonder if
hashtag dad pun.
Skyrocket after this. You know, those Japanese toilets that have a bidet built into them with some warm air and powder, and it just takes care of your whole business. You don't even need TP anymore.
You talking about the holes in the floor that they have or whatever? I know I've seen those before.
Robotic toilets.
I don't know.
Seats and all that stuff. Yeah.
I've never been to Japan. I've just seen the pictures of Japan, and I've seen people a little hole in the floor. I don't get it.
That's
Speaking of Japanese, moving on to the next story, which is not related to coronavirus. Yay, we're done with coronavirus stuff. The next news story
related.
Is space related. No, it's space. We're on to our science stuff. Space.
You know what? It's going to be related because it's going to push us to get our damn spaceships up there faster so we can leave the Earth and then stay in space.
Well, space corona.
We're going to get space corona.
The Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency Hiyabusa 2 spacecraft fired a copper cannonball at a near-Earth asteroid named Ryugu to learn about its composition, and they left a freaking crater in this thing and found out that the asteroid is like Earth dust.
Can we say that the news article pales in comparison to the fact that you actually pronounced those names correctly? Golf clap.
Well, you watch enough anime, you're gonna pronounce Japanese things properly.
It's made up of porous carbon-based dust and sand and rock and stuff. And they said that it has a higher concentration of carbon atoms than any kind of meteorites that have fallen through our atmosphere, because falling through our atmosphere, all the carbon gets burned away. So this is a much more realistic look at how small planetoids and stuff were actually formed originally.
I see. You're talking a lot of chemistry talk right now. Nick
and Raiders
Let me
lost.
translate for Nick.
Hey, we're talking about like astronomy stuff now. So.
No, we're talking carbon.
Astronomy.
Carbon's number one.
It's more geology. Really.
Carbon's element number one.
I love astronomy.
No, hydrogen is. Never mind.
Give us your thoughts, Nick.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Dude, I just said I love astronomy. I'm always fascinated by this kind of news. I have not got to read in depth just because I've been so entrenched with all the coronavirus news. But it's definitely something I'm going to have to read up more about.
Well, it
sounds like they found a dirt clod in space and they were able to hit it with a pea shooter.
So here's what I thought. I think it's awesome, but the one thing they shouted at the end of this article was the fact they like basically gave this little thing like the Armageddon, and said, "Hey, we're gonna let you sit on here until you die, just watching this asteroid come its path." And then there's a video of it sitting there watching the asteroid break apart in front of it.
Well, and also this kind of disproves Armageddon, because this thing is what, like 3,000 meters long or something. Mm-hmm. They shot it with a cannonball a little bit bigger than a tennis ball that was filled with C4, and that blew a 33-foot crater in it. So yeah, a nuke in an asteroid the size of the one.
The difference is like this is like 300 million kilometers away from Earth, where that one is coming like into our atmosphere, so it needs a bigger bang to split much faster.
Yeah, and Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck.
Hey man, Steve Buscemi was on there also.
Steve Buscemi, exactly.
Oh yeah, Steve Buscemi.
Rockham, baby. Guys,
so Bruce Willis didn't need to die.
What?
So Bruce Willis didn't need to die then.
Oh, he definitely
was all about them.
If he didn't die, we wouldn't have got the song at the end.
Fall asleep. Little background music for everybody.
Moving on.
I want to kiss you, baby.
On to other science news.
Please move on.
Space. Boy, you know, NASA is super innovative when it comes to technology, because the NASA InSight lander was having problems with what they call their heat probe, known as the mole, because it didn't manage to dig into the Mars.
Just couldn't get enough purchase.
It wouldn't have a lack of friction. So, how do you fix this? Well, basically, they essentially hit it with a shovel, because they just took a robotic arm from the lander and just smacked it to get it in.
Little Bunny Foo-Foo'd it. Little Bunny Foo-Foo has good for us.
So NASA proved to us that not only can they send people to the moon with slide rulers and pencils, but they used the great old 1970s, 80s version of fixing the TV when the rabbit ears aren't working. Good to go.
Before that, they used the Fonzie fixing the jukebox method.
It worked for Fonz every single time, so why not?
Now they just got to do the whole space.
Really want the InSight to have gone, hey.
They just need to send a space mission now with duct tape. Make sure whenever they go that they have enough duct tape, because if hitting it with a shovel works,
duct tape and WD-40 and you're set.
Well, if they do duct tape, they better use the Mythbusters at NASA, because man, they could really do something with duct tape.
You got any thoughts, Nick?
No.
It's about space, not chemistry, so you got this, buddy.
I do like space. I do like space, guys.
At least 6 feet between, right?
Have you ever hit anything with a shovel to make it work, anybody?
Yeah, my brother.
I was gonna say siblings don't count.
I'm not gonna lie. There was one time we were cleaning out a yard, like a house, like we had to like empty out the house, and we found this like shovel and like, petrified wood. Well, it was just wood and like the handle. My brother was like, "Oh, bend over, just break it on my back. I can take it." I'm like, "All right." And just snapped this like shovel handle across his back. It didn't crack, because I'm pretty sure it was petrified for how long it'd been sitting out in the desert. Damn near broke my brother's back. He never asked to be hit with anything ever again.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. As a guy that's worked in high-end electronic like communications gear for a long time, I can guarantee or verify that there are times when literally just whacking that equipment will suddenly make it work.
That's what she said. Sorry.
Hiyabusa says in the chat room, Bruce Willis is going to save us from coronavirus, just like in 12 Monkeys. He already has. It's a time travel. We just don't know it yet.
Bruce Willis is the
This
one.
episode is a little Bruce Willis heavy, yeah.
Yeah. Not Nick Cage
Bruce
heavy.
Willis is going to come save us.
Yes.
Well, I heard that Nick Cage in there.
knows
I heard the
what's
Nick
going
Cage
on.
in there. It didn't go into this.
It's in there. I'm not looking at the screen, so I'm just picturing what Icy Zoro's face looks like right now. Just
Exasperated, just unhappy in general.
Yeah. So sorry. You gave me a little opening, so Nick Cage got in there.
I know. I saw
That's what you said.
Wow, that's
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. We're working on that kind of energy right now. I get it.
Sorry, man. I told you. Drunk Marty showed up. I apologize. I told you from the beginning.
We're all 12. We're all Michael Scott. I declare bankruptcy.
That's the best laugh I had in a while. Thank you. And then I'm the one that said the joke, which is awesome. I'm laughing at my own joke. I'm crying. I'm crying. Oh, I should touch my eyes, Crota. Damn it.
We're all dead.
Oh my god.
I'm picturing you guys like the weasels and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You're all gonna fall over in your soul right up on your body.
Yep, it's happening.
I told you one of these days you're gonna laugh yourself to death.
That's a good way to go, better than Crota.
It says wipe your face off.
Wipe your face off.
Clear off.
Off. Hand sanitizer.
Last major nerd news story. This one's actually going to be a fun one to talk about. It was announced, well, it was found out. It got leaked before because nobody would say yes or no, and now
Timmy, sorry.
It's pretty much a given. Rosario Dawson is going to be in Mandalorian season 2, and she's going to play a fan favorite character from the animated Star Wars series of shows, Rebels and Clone Wars. She's going to be playing Ahsoka.
Osaka.
Osaka.
Tano.
That's what she said.
Ahsoka Tano, which
I'm going to get you, Osaka.
I mean, now we see that she survives everything because this takes place after Mandalorian takes place after everything. So, spoiler there, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think about the whole?
I think it's fantastic. We're getting the character, and
Preach on, brother. Preach on.
She looks like she could fill the part, but I cannot stand Rosario Dawson in anything that she's in.
Really?
All.
Even kids?
Anything.
Oh yeah! Wow, a second kids reference tonight too.
Like
Butterscotch, yo.
Everything, like the genre of movies that I watch, like none of the MC. She was not. She's not the one that should have been in the role that was in the entire Defenders series. Her role in Clerks 2 and Rundown. There's a crap ton of other movies that every time she's in, she plays the same damn role, and it's obnoxious and annoying. And I just can't wait till that character's off the screen.
Well, HGZ Grok brings up something that I really thought people would go to because she is an actress. She has been voicing this character from the get-go, but with all the makeup, she wants Ashley Eckstein, who is the voice.
Absolutely.
So that was my thought. I think Rosario is going to do great in this. I don't think they'd cast her in it if they didn't think she was going to do great. So
I hate to say it, I think they casted her, and I'm not trying to sound like some kind of sexist guy or anything like that or pig. I think they cast her for looks only because when you see the paint element, like some people have already put it on there, she does look like the character from the actual show. The problem is I haven't seen her in any type of action film that leads me to believe that she could do Jedi stuff. And I know CGI and all this crap, but when it comes down to it, I just don't see her. I don't see her with that part. It just doesn't make sense.
It's not like she has to have the physicality of John Wick to do Jedi stuff. All you got to do is wave a lightsaber around and occasionally force push somebody. She'll be all right. She can.
No.
She's done better than that. She did better than that in Defenders, like the whole Defenders different shows. I actually really liked her in the Marvel Universe stuff.
And welcome the Nerdy Effect. Welcome the Nerdy Effect into the chat room. What's up, Jizzy? He says she's a robot.
Yeah.
The robot you have sex with. She's a robot.
Absolutely.
Wow, went there. All right, cool. No, but actually, the funny thing is I agree with HJ though. Is that there's actually video of Ashley Epstein like actually training and doing the stuff that you would be doing lightsaber and fighting wise and stuff. It's just not wielding a lightsaber. It's just not force pushing. Ahsoka Tano is actually a really active, like she's very, I don't want to say violent, but she's definitely skilled in martial arts and everything. And I actually just watched the latest episode, episode 7, where, you know, it's not a spoiler because they're showing it. She's in it, and she's Ahsoka Tano. She's kicking everyone's ass, which is good. And that's what I don't see that with her. I think it's going to be more of a.
She did. There was a whole episode in Defenders where her and Colleen Wing were just kicking everybody's asses. But she's shown that she can do the physicality. And regardless, she already has the part. So how do you think? I get that.
I don't know, man. I think it almost goes up there with the Cheetah casting.
My big thing with this is they did such a good job of keeping Baby Yoda or the child under wraps. Like, how did this leak out? When they did such a good job in the first season, that this is
intentional.
You think so? Because Ahsoka is the equivalent of Harley Quinn for Star Wars, a character that came from cartoons that they're now expanding more, that's become more liked. That's what Harley Quinn was with the Batman animated series, and then going on to movies and stuff like that. So, people know who would everybody choose instead.
Well, I said mine. I would choose Ashley Eckstein. I think having the voice for it and actually seeing what she's done, that would have been a great pick.
I see. Anybody else?
I don't have a pick at the moment because when I saw this, I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't even think about it, but I just know that she wasn't. She just annoys me in everything she's in.
I like Rosario Dawson. But
I'm a fan.
Yeah. So, Nick, do you have any thoughts?
I like Rosario Dawson as well. Like I don't. Why does she annoy you so much? It's like you said like she plays like the same character in every movie.
She does.
Her expressions, her delivery. It's always the same to me. And it's just.
Well, then you must hate Al Pacino and Robert De Niro too.
It's different though. I like Al Pacino and De Niro. She's not on the same level as De Niro. She's not the same level as De Niro.
How'd you put them in the same sense? What
Al
the hell?
Al Pacino is not always the same character.
Yeah,
he always talks.
Not early career. Early career for both of those actors, they actually did acting.
Have you seen him in Jack and Jill? He plays a totally different character.
Yeah, he was in Any Given Sunday. For God's sake, a coach.
He is always playing Al Pacino.
Just come get some Dunkachino.
The Nerdy Effect says Margot Robbie for the. Let's just have her play all those type of characters.
No. If she wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy, what's her name? Plays. Oh man, it's slipping my mind right now. She plays Gamora.
You just want to see her get painted all different ways.
No, not at all. I think she would have the type of ability to play that character and everything.
Zoe Saldana.
Thank you. But she's too like she's already in the Guardians of the Galaxy so much that it would be a horrible crossover. I think it'd be too much.
Yeah.
There doesn't mean anything about crossovers anymore.
But bottom line, I don't see a problem.
10.5 foot tall blue aliens.
So yeah, no, I mean we won't find out until later this year how well it's done. But based off of how great Mandalorian's first season was, I think it'll be good. And I mean, with the names that they got into the first season, she may only be in there for 5 minutes, just to be like, hey, here's her character. So
I don't know. I think she's going to play a pivotal role in this one, though. I think she will, because like you said a couple minutes ago, Ahsoka Tano has a following now.
Oh yeah,
since Clone Wars, she's a very popular character and canon now in Star Wars, that they could go as even far as even possibly doing an origin story or even doing something after Clone Wars as a movie. She has that fan base. So I don't think it's going to be a 5-minute episode kind of thing. I think it's going to be something that they're going to somehow carry on through the entire season, potentially into the third.
Pedopoulos thinks Nick Cage can play the role.
If you give him $5 and half a sandwich, he'll do it.
Enough makeup on his head and just give him those Twi'lek.
He's like, I'm going to take your face.
Wait, no. You will put the bunny in the basket.
No. That's what he told
Put the
him
bunny
he would play the role. He told him he'd do any role possible if they got National Treasure 3 made, and this is what they gave him.
There you go. Oh, okay. That's it for the nerd news this week. So, it was a light week, but I think we had fun with the things. But what I did find, the last thing we're going to do as we sign out of here, it's trending on Twitter, talking about one of the things that was going on, and one of the big trends was social distance edition of pickup lines. So things like, "Hey baby, you come within 6 feet of here often," or "Hey babe, can I ship you a drink?" We just wanted to go out with our best social distant pickup lines as we talk about where to follow everybody. I unfortunately don't have any because I'm distancing myself away from everything. But Icy Zora, where can people follow you outside this cast, and what's your best social distance pickup line?
You can follow me at Icy Zoro on Twitter, Instagram, and PlayStation Network. And I had one in my head, but it's totally gone. Just lost it.
We're starting off great already.
Yeah. It was something about sanitizing. I don't remember.
Okay. What about you, Masonic Vader? Where can people follow you?
You can follow me at Masonic Vader 71 on Twitter, and Masonic Vader on PlayStation Network. I only came up with one, and it's not even like a pickup line I would ever use, but I think it would just be appropriate for a horrible. I don't even know how to say it. It's just one of the most classic lines for everything that's going on right now, but I would never use as a pickup line. If you provide the TP, I will provide the, and then fill in the blank. Beavis and Butthead. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
It's social distancing.
I mean, it literally rhymes.
That's the only thing I came up with. This TP thing, man.
I will provide the TP. We have the TP. I will provide the butthole.
Bearded Master, where can people follow you? What's your social media?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at @beardedmaster, as well as Boot to the Face, Boot the number 2 the face on Twitter, and Boot number 2 the face _ on Instagram. The line I got the TP, the sanitizers, and all the quarantinis. All I need to ride this lockdown out is you.
That needs to be on a very rarely bought Valentine's card.
I'm pulling on my best deeds moment right there, and gonna just keep submitting those to Hallmark.
Oh, this is a good one. It's When Harry Met Sally. It says, when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start in 12 to 18 months.
I like how he's trying to use a Billy Crystal voice for that too, and it was totally horrible.
Oh no, I never said I could do a good Crystal.
Nick, where can people follow you, and do you have a social distance pickup line?
Raider0314 on Twitter and PlayStation Network. I can't think of anything clever at the moment.
Okay. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at Mest5150 or on Twitter at Mest_Malice Corp. And I did come up with a social distance pickup line. It's, hey, baby, I would touch you with a 10-foot pole.
Yo, girl, let me take you out before that corona does.
If you want to follow this cast, check us out on Twitter at Malice Corp, or look us up on Facebook at facebook.com/group/
Stole that from Pete. Hold on. Stole that from Pete. It's right there, dude.
I had that in my head. I honestly had that in my head.
Pete posted that like right after right after Mest said it. So it was like simultaneously.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but so do serial killers.
Come join us on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/ all things nerd podcast. We have fun over there. We're always going, and there's nothing else to do.
What she said.
So just come chit with that. Come chit chat with us. Or check us out on our website, Malice.
We got plenty of TP in the care. You know?
Come shit with us. We got plenty of toilet paper.
We'll see you guys next Friday. We're not leaving. We're going to sit right here until next Friday. There's nothing else we can do. So we're on lockdown.
I'm either going to be in this seat or that seat or possibly that seat over there for a while.
Keep nerding on.